Welcome to Mishna study Masechet Orlah Prohibit Mishnah Tetzain. Over here in this Mishnah, we're going to speak about forbidden meats. Three types of forbidden meats that combine to prohibit the other meat that it got mixed in with. Right? That's what Hanabam is going to explain this Mishnah. It's interesting. Hanabam is pretty unique over here in this Mishnah. I'm going to explain according to him. You can look at other Mefashim if you want to see how others explain. So, Haticha shel kodshei kodashim v'shel pigul v'shel notar. If you have a piece of meat of kodshei kodashim is a holy korban, right? The highest level, korban, like a korban hatat is kodshei kodashim. And we know kodshei kodashim in general is something that's only edible to the Kohanim, right? Pasuk specifies actually, right? Kol zachar yochal, right? So only the male Kohanim are allowed to eat these korbanot. Now, and also you have a mix. So what else got mixed in here? Shel pigul, haticha pigul, a piece of meat of pigul, right? Pigul is you had the wrong intentions when you were bringing the korban. You're thinking to yourself, oh, I'm going to eat this, on a few days from now, right? Which is really not allowed to do that. Or I'm going to eat it back when I get home to Tel Aviv. No, you can't do that either, right? It's as pigul. Or shel notar. Shel notar is a piece of meat whose time lapsed, right? You're not allowed to eat a meat past the certain amount of time for each korban, right? So now you decide to eat I'm going to eat it 3 days later. 3 days later comes, that's it. This meat is considered notar already. So what happened? All these three pieces, they got mixed in, it got cooked with other hatichot, with other pieces of meat. Now, what's unique about, in general, what's unique about pigul and notar and kodshei kodashim also? So when it comes to, as we mentioned, kodshei kodashim, a kohen is allowed to eat. Pigul and notar, kohanim are not allowed to eat, right? That's pretty simple. Now, when it comes to a, kohanim and Yisrael, no one's allowed to eat them. But when it comes now, what's the law? When it comes to notar and people, you need to burn them. You need to burn all these. Now, when it comes to Israel, the law is more strict with him. That what? If it comes to Israel, being that he was never allowed to eat from this korban, right? Because it's kodshei kodashim. So if he does eat from it, he's chayav korban me'ilah, right? For transgressing, he brings this korban me'ilah, and a kohen would not have to bring this korban me'ilah. Why? Why would the kohen not have to bring it? So we say that the kohen had she'ata kosher. He had a time period when he was allowed to eat from this meat, right? Kodshei kodashim, before the time passed, he was allowed to eat from it. So therefore, the kohen would not have to bring a korban me'ilah if he ate from it. But Israel would have to bring a korban me'ilah because there was never a time period when he was allowed to eat these meats. Okay, what happened now? These meats got mixed in and cooked with the regular, got cooked in with this regular roast. Now, how do we view this? And so firstly, we're talking about when it didn't, again, it's less than 1/60th, right? If we're talking about min b'mino, right? We're going to say it's less than 1/60th. Or let's say it's min b'shelo mino, you're going to say that it didn't give flavor, right? Well, all these cases. Even so, asur lizarim, it's going to be asur to zarim, to a regular person, because we're going to say all of these things combine to make it asur. Umutar la kohanim, it is allowed to be eaten by kohanim, right? This hatichot, right? This regular roast now is still allowed to be eaten by kohanim. Again, the other pigul and notar did not give flavor to it, but because the law isn't as strict, as the kohen doesn't have to bring up korban me'ilah, so therefore we're going to say that the kohanim are allowed to eat this because there was a time period when this pigul and notar were allowed to them. Right, that's how the way Hanabam explains this Mishnah. Rabbi Shimon matil lezarim v'la kohanim. Rabbi Shimon comes and says, no, because it's allowed to kohanim, it's also mutar to zarim. Anyone's allowed to eat it. Even Israel's allowed to go ahead and eat this. Right now, when we say it's mutar to the kohanim, it's not going to make a difference whether this kohanim are tameh or tahor, because once it got mixed with the people of notar, it doesn't really matter anymore because it's made of tameh, right? So it's not going to make a difference. We'll see next Mishnah there'll be a differentiation between kohanim, tehorim, or temeim. And as we mentioned, everything we're talking about over here is less than 60th, less than 1/60th, or if it did not give flavor. But if it did give flavor, if it was more than 1/60th, right, depending on it'll be asur even 1 in 1,000, right? Because you have the isur ba'ayin over there, and it's always going to be right? And Rambam says the ite, the isura be'ineh, and therefore it's going to be asur for everyone, and Israel. Halacha is not like Rabbi Shimon. Rather, like we said, if this piece of meat got mixed in these other pieces of meats, right? Pigul notar and kodesh kodashim got mixed in with a roast, it'll be right, and did not give flavor. It'll only be asur to zarim, but it will not be, but it will be mutar to the kohanim.